Hello friends, how is everybody doing today? Welcome back to my channel. We are here today, another day, another shake. Today I'm having the, what is this called? The Slim and Trim Vanilla 20 ounce. It's really good. From Smoothie King. Yeah, it's really, really good. I decided to get this for lunch today because why not? Before I get started today, don't forget to follow me on Katie Counseling on Instagram, my podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and then I have a TikTok, Katie Counseling, KD initials, and then counseling. Welcome back, guys. We are here. We are healing. We are feeling better, one day at a time. Today I wanted to hop on and talk about like an array of things, a little bit of everything. As I was driving to pick up the smoothie, I was just thinking about like resilience, and again, like taking things one day at a time, and how important it is to do things that make you happy all the time, but at the same time kind of sharing my experience with like January just being one of those months where a lot of things happen, I didn't feel well, and just picking myself up and persevering. I guess that's the word of the day for me, the perseverance of just doing it when you're tired, you don't have the energy, you don't have the mental capacity. And sometimes, you know, for myself, I was like, I just need a break. I just need to sleep. I just need to not take care of anything. I need to take care of me. But as you guys know, it's 2023, and sometimes, and I know like it's easier said than done, where you're like, nope, if you need to do it, you have to do it. Yeah, but life doesn't stop, especially for me. Like, I have to be a mom. I have to go to school if I don't want to drop out. I have to work if I want to pay my bills, right? So those were a lot of things that I really had to like come face to face with, where I had to keep going. And it's a positive thing too, because you also don't want to stop doing the things you're doing. But my whole point in this is, you know, starting off this year, a lot of people will be like, okay, we're going to save money. We're going to have a low buy year. We're not going to indulge. We're not going to spend money on frivolous things, right? For me though, when I am in the process I'm in, and again, you guys are here because you're watching my grad school content and you see how things are going. You know, when you're working like I am, when you're doing internship, doing schoolwork, and taking care of a family, there's slots of time where you have time for yourself or to do things that make you happy. And I've realized that I took away a lot of the things that made me happy because I want to save money. I don't want to spend money on takeout. I don't want to buy that one thing because I have so many things. Why do I need this other thing, right? But knowing what's best for you is so important, because when I was having this month, like this past month, when it was just one of those months, like I said for the 10th time now, getting that smoothie made me really happy. It really gave it, like, put a pin in my day where I was like, oh, now I'm excited. I get to get in my car, have a smoothie, get a healthy smoothie, you know, something that's good for my health. It's going to give me protein and energy, and it's going to sustain me for the next few hours. And I had to kind of break down my days like this, in like 4-hour increments. And now that I'm speaking about it, that's some techniques that we, you know, teach our clients too, especially where I'm working at. It's addictions treatment, substance abuse services. Sometimes you have to break your day down, and in each part of the day, if you can do something for yourself or something that makes you happy, you know, you have the whole day. You got the morning, the lunchtime, afternoon, nighttime, and it's step by step. So even learning things from school and from internship, I've been able to implement into my life. And you don't have to have an issue with alcohol or drugs or anything like that. But, there's things that happen in life where you have to pick yourself back up. And a way to do that is break your day down, do things for yourself, and kind of weigh out what are those things that are good for you, So, like I said, I went to, for what I did for myself was, I went to Sephora the other day. Do I need to go to Sephora? No. Did I need certain makeup things that I use every day for years now? Yes. But I made it like a special trip, right? I went over there, I just browsed. I only picked up a couple of extra things that I didn't need, but they were still, I got some body lotion, I got my foundation stick thing that I use, I got a couple of face masks, and from that trip, I made a memory. I did sit down and had at the coffee shop, I had a little pastry. I, again, put a pin in that part of my day, and I said, oh wow, I got to enjoy my own company, I got to browse new makeup, I got to go out and, people watch and things like that. Because when you're not feeling well and you're in that kind of, you kind of just want to lay on the couch and do nothing. So that's kind of how I slowly picked myself up. Obviously still went to work, still put my best foot forward, and slowly but surely, and thankfully, thank to God, things are getting back on track. So moving forward from this discussion, this kind of translated into my internship as well. Because like I mentioned in my other video, there was not a small part, but a part that realized that if this needs to be done, I will do it. Meaning not have internship this semester. And that first week going into my internship, I didn't go for the whole week. I didn't feel good. I think I was sick and I didn't rest. I didn't know if I had the flu or what it was, but I was very drained, tired. My body felt like it was trying to get rid of something, but I kept going to work. I kept doing things. So I should have stayed home for at least 2-3 days to just rest, get that stuff out of my system. But when my first week of internship, I was like, oh man, can I do this? I thought I couldn't do this. I couldn't concentrate. So I ended up not going. The only thing I did the first week was do the hour and a half of our class with our teacher, which she just went over the syllabus. So, but even after that class, I was very happy I did it. I was like, okay, it's okay. It went well. I feel good. I kept having to gauge where I was at because, we have a couple of weeks to drop everything. But dropping everything for me would have meant not graduating until Christmas time. That would be me having to depend on childcare from my parents for another semester, which I promised them I'd be done in August. So that was a big one. And it would have pushed everything, but I'm glad that slowly but surely I was able to put these things together and get myself back on track, get myself back to me, get myself healthy and healthy-minded to, just enjoying my days now and not feeling so overwhelmed from everything I got going on. I hope you guys enjoy me sharing my story because I don't want you guys to burn out and not take time for yourself. And then, I just want to share what worked for me to get back on my feet and get back into who I am and what makes me happy and the things that, just brighten your day that, over time doing those small things can make a big difference. So the last thing I kind of wanted to talk about is just resources and kind of how my internship's been going, because we've definitely kind of upped what I do a little bit, which this is the whole point of internship. So like I said, I do a lot of group notes and I have my own clients now where I do everything for them. I do their sessions, I do check-in. Sometimes we have a 15-minute check-in session to discuss certain things if we need to discuss them. And for each session, you have to write like a DAP note. And what else? You have to discharge people, and you have to do follow-ups and treatment plan reviews, and all of those things. They're like skills that when you look at it, you're like, oh, I can do this. But there's a skill in writing the assessment. There is a skill in like doing your observation for a big facility. You have to put different things like the mood, the affect, what your observations are, things like that. So it's all the data. It's a DAP note, DAP, right? I could not tell you to save my life right now what that stands for, but pretty much it's like your observation, and then what they said, and then assessment, and then like prognosis, like what they're gonna do, what their plan is, and things like that. So there is a skill within the note itself and within every note that you do. And then there's certain things that need to be said and discussed and gone over every single time. So just learning the flow of documentation has been a skill that I really started learning in practicum, and now I'm doing it on my own. And then my supervisor checks it and gives me any feedback if I didn't do it right. So everything that I do is checked by my supervisor, and then they sign off on it. So I'll just write written by Claudia and then my last name, and then I have to like let them know, hey, this is done, review it please. Then they review it, and then the director reviews it. So it's a process, and it's a timed process that you have to kind of adhere to. So whenever you have a session or you have a group, 24 hours later, everything has to be done. So you have 24 hours to get everything in, everything not signed, but everything just in. So when the director looks at it the next day, it's there, and they can sign off on it, and you can move on from it. And you would think that 24 hours is a long time, but friends, it's not. It's really not. Like, I go in at 8:15 in the morning. I leave between 12 and 2, and then I usually work. But even if I have a day off, I'm not always like, yay, let's go do notes right now. Like, no, I want to do it. Sometimes I enjoy doing notes the next morning because I'm fresh, and I just hop on my iPad with the little, what is it called? The magic keyboard. I love that thing, by the way. It's so light. It's so easy to type. I don't know if you have one, if not, go try it, because it's like the keyboard is so soft. I don't know, my fingers don't feel like they do when I type on a computer. Side note. So yeah, I wake up in the morning and I can really like knock the notes out, and like I have a fresh mind, reading over the notes that I took physically, or on my iPad. I do it sometimes, but I'd rather take my notes on like a notepad because I feel like it's less distracting for the clients. So yeah, I usually like doing that. And then for all of these things, I get to log my hours, and that is how it's going. So yeah, learning a lot. I do have a presentation coming up for my class, which when we have what is it called, faculty supervision with all of my classmates that are in my cohort, I'll have to pull up my audio or video, and they're going to watch the whole thing, and they're going to give me feedback, and then my teacher is going to give me feedback, and so we're going to go from there. So those are pretty much the things that have been going on. I could sit here and talk to you guys about this stuff all day, but we'll leave it for the next video. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please leave a comment, like my video, subscribe, check out that little bell if you want to know whenever my videos come out so you can see it right away that I posted. Follow me on Instagram and all the good social media stuff, okay? Alright guys, have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.